If you like to eat out, grab coffee on the go, or spend your Friday night at a bar, you're probably leaving a massive amount of money on the table. Most no-fee credit cards in Canada treat dining out like sort of a luxury, giving you a tiny 1% or maybe 2% back if you're lucky. But there's one card that has been essentially very quietly dominating the restaurant category, and it's not Amex Cobalt, for years. And it costs you $0 to keep in your wallet. I'm talking, of course, about the Simplii Financial Cashback Visa. It is arguably, in my opinion, the best dining card in Canada for the average person. And today we're breaking down the 4% math, the interest-free global transfer trick, and the welcome offers that make this a must-have partner for your wallet. So let's take a look. The headline feature of this card is a 4% cashback on restaurants, bars, and coffee shops. To put that into perspective, if you spend $400 a month on takeout, lattes, or dining out, you're getting nearly $200 back every year for just eating. And this isn't a limited time promo either, it's a standard rate. Now there's a cap of $5,000 in annual spending on this 4%, which works out to about $415 a month. That's essentially your max limit. Once you hit the cap, the rate drops to 0.5%, so the pro move is essentially to use this card as your designated dining card and switch to something else once you've hit your limit for the year, which I never have. That's a lot of money you spend on takeout. But anyways, on top of dining, you get a very solid 1.5% cash back on gas, groceries, and drugstores, plus pre-authorized monthly payments like the phone bill. And this 1.5% tier has a much higher cap of $15,000 a year. I would say it's a well-rounded essentials card that covers almost everything that the average person spends money on, day to day. One of the most unique features of this card, and something Tangerine, for example, doesn't really offer, I don't know which bank does actually, maybe you can tell me in the comments, is how it integrates with Simplii's global money transfer. Normally, if you use a credit card to send money abroad or anywhere really, it is treated as cash advance, which is a big no-no. That means you get hit with an immediate fee and a massive interest rate essentially from day one. But Simplii has a special rule for this card. You can use your Simplii Visa to fund global transfer to over 130 countries across the globe. And as long as you pay your statement in full by the due date, you pay zero interest and zero transfer fees, which is pretty awesome. You even earn a small amount of cash back on the transfer itself. If you have family overseas, for example, or you're an international student, this is a massive tool for managing your cash flow without getting eaten alive by all the fees that, can add up to hundreds of dollars. If you're using Western Union, for example, they really take an arm and a leg, those guys. Simplii is being incredibly aggressive with their sign-up bonuses, just as a rule of thumb, which is a great thing for a consumer like you and I. Right now, new car holders can earn 20% cash back for the first 3 months on up to $500 of spent in the essential categories like gas and groceries. That's an easy $100 back right away. They've also recently added a $50 Presto voucher for transit users in Ontario, which unfortunately I cannot use, where you get the voucher just for using your card to tap for transit or load your balance. When you add all that to the $300 bonus they're currently offering for opening their no-fee checking account and setting up your direct deposit, you can read all the conditions on their website, you're looking at a lot of money, nearly $450 in bank money for just making the switch. That's pretty good, and that's probably enough money to buy a Switch. There is also one specific quirk that you need to know about before you apply. Unlike Tangerine, which pays you cash back every single month, Simplii pays out once a year in January. So your cash back accumulates from January to December, and then it shows up in your account as a credit on your January statement. And some people love this because it feels like a post-holiday bonus, and it helps pay off December shopping bills. But if you prefer seeing your cash hit your account every 30 days, Tangerine is probably a better bet. Also, keep in mind that everything else rate is 0.5%, just like discussed with the Tangerine card, so you never really want to use it for general shopping or big one-off purchases that don't fit the 4% or 1.5% categories. So use this for your food, your gas, and your pharmacy runs, and keep a flat rate card in your pocket for everything else. For instance, Rogers World Elite MasterCard. This is similar to what I said in the Tangerine video. I'm just a big fan of it. Anyways, the Simplii Cashback Visa is the ultimate lifestyle card for the social spender. If you find yourself at Starbucks every morning or just a couple mornings a week, or meeting friends for dinner every weekend, the 4% return is pretty amazing for a no-fee card. Really unbeatable. It's simple, it's backed by CIBC security, and the global transfer feature makes it a powerhouse for anyone anyone with international ties. I've put my referral link in the description. If you use it to open your account, you'll be eligible for that $300 checking bonus and the elevated cashback offers we talked about. And it's a great way to support the channel while getting your bank to pay you for the change. I'm also gonna leave a link for GCR, Great Canadian Rebates. If you apply through them for the Simplii account, they give you another $60 or so, I believe, for signing up through their link. This is actually what I did when signing up for Simplii myself, and yeah, they paid out not too long after I got accepted. So that's a little something on top of the offers that the bank itself kind of advertises. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.